The Minecraft movie is full of memes, and today I'm going to recreate all of them in Lego.
Chicken jockey!
Anyways,
Let's Minecraft!
so the first scene I wanted to recreate is the first scene in the movie where Steve yearns for the mines as a child.
As a child, I yearned for the mines.
Now the mine shaft was built into this mountain, so the first thing I had to do was assemble the entrance to the mine, then build a mountain around it. Then I also wanted to make a sign that made it very clear that children were not allowed. Since Lego didn't make one of those, I kind of made my own. After I popped down some trees, a bunker, then I put down these various different yellow and gray bars to represent the oil rigs that were behind Steve in the movie. And now the only thing left I needed were the minifigures. So I grabbed the chicken jockey Lego set and had to break out our boy Steve.
I am Steve.
And now I have a fully functioning Steve minifigure. I just needed to de-age him, and boom, now I have a fully de-aged Steve that can yearn for the mines. And there's only one man that could stop him. Yeah, him, that old guy from the movie that just, I guess, lives inside the mine. Bro, what are you doing? But now what I can do is simulate the scene in a shot-for-shot recreation.
My name is Steve, and as a child, I yearned for the mines. Come on, get out of here! No, I did a terrible thing. I grew up. And then I remembered. I couldn't give up on my dream. The mines!
Now the next scene I want to recreate is where Steve combines the thingy with the other thingy to make it to
the overworld!
And I got to reuse a lot of the same parts from outside the mine shaft that would be great for a scene where Steve is finding the thingy and the other thingy. And I made those using these clear 1x1 tiles.
I mined my brains out until I found two mysterious artifacts. This thingy and that cool thingy. And when I put those two thingies together, it opened a portal to another world. The overworld!
Wait a minute, how did I create this whole overworld? Well, after 2 days of cracking at world building in Blender, we ended up with this animated world which looks insane. And instead of spending $150 million like the movie studio, I made this whole thing on the budget of a lava chicken. And a stupid amount of time. Now in the overworld, anything you can imagine, you can create. So I made this animation of Steve building Minecraft blocks. So this next meme is one of the best ones because it's
flint and steel.
So I had this broken down Nether portal built out of Lego. Then I had Lego Steve pop out this slope piece for flint and this bucket handle for steel, which he then threw at the portal and made a fully functioning purple portal.
We just opened a portal to a totally new dimension, the Nether.
Wait, did we just do two memes in one bit? Yeah, I think we did. The next meme is a recreation of where that creeper snuck up on Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison and blew up in front of him. I feel like he shouldn't have lived after this scene, to be honest. But first I gotta get this creeper, and then I slowly guided him to sneak up onto Garrett.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Now the next meme I have to build is one of the biggest ones from the whole movie, and it's the one where Steve says, I am Steve. And for this I had to build the giant castle Henry built to protect the squad from the zombie skeletons and spider jockeys, which were very real in the movie, by the way. And then I had to recreate the scene where Steve took on all the different zombies.
I am Steve.
Alright, now for the next scene, I needed to crack open the Midport Village Minecraft movie set. And there are a lot of memes that could happen in here, like,
oh, these dudes? They're the villagers. They love crushing a loaf. That's a legend. Relax, it's just an iron golem, local security force.
and of course we can't leave out
La 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 lava! Chicken!
So I put together all the buildings in the village, from the trade posts to the armory, and even Steve's lava chicken joint. Alright, so the first thing we gotta do is with the villagers.
Whoa, 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 who are these guys?
Oh, these dudes? They're the villagers. They're total pacifists and vegetarians. You don't bug them, they won't bug you. They just like to chill, trade, and eat buttloads of bread. They love crushing a loaf.
Now after Steve actually introduced them to the villagers, there was this little pig guy that walked by.
Whoa, is he some kind of king?
No, that's a legend.
This was by far one of my favorite references in the whole movie. But there's one more thing that the team has to learn.
Anything you can dream about here, you can make. Zero limits. Relax, it's just an iron golem, local security force. But they're a bunch of big softies.
And then I have to do the last scene here is Steve's lava chicken joint. I built up the joint and a giant chicken on the roof that lays eggs. And then of course the lava that actually, makes the lava chicken.
La 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 lava, chicken, Steve's lava chicken, yeah.
All right, let's stop there. Because next we gotta go to the stash. And I built this custom stash with everything from the movie in it.
Welcome to the stash. TNT, firework rockets, also good for propulsion. Boots of swiftness, diamond armor, full set, and blades for days.
And the last thing we had to pop down was a crafting table.
This is a crafting table. Here's how it works. You place these elements, and you got yourself a sweet blade.
Now the next meme I need to make is one of my favorite ones that I haven't seen anyone do yet. Now the first thing we had to do is have Garrett kick Henry off the table, then the rest of them had to go. But of course you remember, Steve didn't have wings, so he had to jump onto Garrett, which is where the line comes from. So what I did was I actually filmed him in front of a green screen on one of these puppet rods, and then we spent our time again in Blender animating a whole background scene that looks really cool, and here's how it looks. But there's one more scene that we have to do while they're flying.
Unit, make a full-man sandwich! Okay!
I don't know how this made this into movie theaters for little children to see. I was a little concerned. All right, I don't even have to say which scene this next one is.
Chicken jockey!
All right, the first thing I had to do to build Chicken Jockey was crack open and build the rest of the set. I assembled the chicken and the baby zombie and started working on the ring, which we'll see more of later. All right, and I popped Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison onto one of the fight cubes and the Chicken Jockey onto the other one.
They want me to fight the chicken?
Chicken jockey!
All right, now that was epic, but the next scene we need to recreate is the fight with the Enderman, so that way Henry can get a brand new
Ender Pearl.
So I took this portion of the mansion and had Henry go around searching for a new half of the orb, when all of a sudden the Enderman appeared. And Henry killed him, and for his troubles he got a brand new
Ender Pearl.
The next meme I had to make was when the boys were escaping on this bridge from all the Piglins. This is also where Garrett sacrificed himself and threw Henry onto the gas. And that's when Steve did this iconic line.
Slime cube! Yeah! Slime cube! Come on, Garrett, jump!
No, Steve, get him out of here!
Garrett, you don't have to do that!
Tell my story in song! Keep it metal, keep it heavy. Real instruments.
And obviously after this scene, the bridge exploded. Honestly, I thought the way Garrett survived was because the slime cube fell with the bridge. Spoiler alert, by the way. Now the next Minecraft meme I have to do, I'm actually gonna have to build a set for. And it's the
Big old red ones, big old red ones, big old red ones.
specifically the one the squad stayed in the movie. So I copped this big old red one and got to build it. And that was basically every meme I could think of from the Minecraft movie. With the exception, of course, of
Water bucket, release!
So sorry to all my water bucket fans. But if you like this Minecraft video, definitely watch this one or this one. God bless and stay awesome.